Hello, everybody, and welcome to Con Sports Up. So the Saints just blew out the Cincinnati Bengals, 51-14, and this was a very important win. It was a statement win to prove that the Saints are a Super Bowl contender, or even a Super Bowl favorite. Because we just beat the Los Angeles Rams last week, and now we blew out a very good team, or at least a playoff caliber team in the Cincinnati Bengals, who were 5-3. And honestly, I was not expecting this whatsoever. In fact, I thought this was going to be a very close game. I was somewhat expecting the Saints to lose this game, really. But luckily for me, that didn't happen. Because not only did we blow a very good team, we're keeping with pace for the Los Angeles Rams. Because at this point, they're 8-1, and so are we. So we're actually number one in the conference now that I think about it, because we have the tiebreaker over the Los Angeles Rams. And Drew Brees, he should be the MVP frontrunner because as of right now, he has a total of 24 total touchdowns and only one interception. He has 21 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. And in this game, it's just kind of proving that he should be the MVP frontrunner because he was 22 for 25, 265 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And speaking of rushers, looking at Mark Ingram, he had his best game of the season so far. He had 13 carries and 104 rushing yards. Carried with 3 receptions and 58 receiving yards and a touchdown. And then looking at Alvin Kamara, he had 12 carries, 56 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and then 4 receptions for 46 yards, 0 touchdowns. And then Michael Thomas, he had 8 receptions for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. So looking at the game, it really wasn't. I mean, the Saints pretty much won it after the second half. After the second half, they were up 35-7, and really, the only time that I was really worried was about when we were up 14-7 because both teams scored in the open possession, but Cincinnati, when they were down 14-7, they went for it on 4th down. Unfortunately for them, they got a false start and they had to punt it, and their defense couldn't stop the Saints whatsoever. At one point, the Saints were 7 for 7 on 3rd down, scored 5 touchdowns in a row. I know for a while, I don't think they were stopped once. At least through the first 3 quarters, I know that after Drew Brees got off the field, they couldn't stop Drew Brees. They couldn't stop the offense. It didn't help that Andy Dalton wasn't having a good game. Andy Dalton only threw for 153 passing yards, which is really bad when you think about how bad the Saints' passing defense has really been. Because I can't remember the last time the Saints didn't give up over 300 passing yards. Andy Dalton was 12 for 20, 153 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. One of them coming off of a very important interception, which was Marcus Williams. So the Cincinnati Bengals were driving for a field goal, and they had about 26 seconds left. They were in field goal position, and then Marcus Williams came away with a 78-yard interception, which resulted in Drew Brees throwing a touchdown to Michael Thomas. And then the second interception, the game was already in hand. But luckily, Eli Apple got the interception, the first interception in the Saints' career. And apparently, in 22 games or 25 games with the Giants, he only had 1 interception. So in 3 games with the Saints, he had his first interception. So maybe he's playing better than he was with the Giants. But it was a tip pass from, I believe, Chris Banjo. And what I liked about the interception, or at least the celebration for Marcus Williams, all the Saints players, it was definitely at least 20 players, they went in the end zone and threw up the X for Dez Bryant. And they were doing that all game when they scored a touchdown. So that makes me think that the Saints can really sign or re-sign Dez Bryant I don't know how Dez Bryant is going to be after the Achilles. I mean, even last year he wasn't very good, but having another target for Drew Brees, I mean, there's no problem with that. And they look like they really respect Dez Bryant, and I do like Dez Bryant, so hopefully re-sign him. But looking back at the defense, this is really a complete win because the defense, they honestly played fantastic, only giving up 14 points. And honestly, they were like the third string when it came to the second touchdown off of I don't from the backup quarterback. But looking at sack wise, not Alvin Kamara. Cameron Jordan got a one sack, which this is probably his first sack in 4 games. So he has a total of 6 sacks now. And then Sheldon Rankins, one of the better defensive tackles in the league, very underrated. He had 1 sack today, which raised his total to 5, which was the career best. Alex Okafor had a half of a sack. And then David Onyemata also had a half of a sack. And then Will Lutz was 3 for 3. He's one of the best kickers in the NFL. Very underrated. And then I'm pretty sure that Thomas Morstead only had to punt once. And he's one of the best punters in the NFL. But this was just a complete win by the New Orleans Saints, being a playoff contender, and then controlling their own destiny, because as of right now, they're number 1 in the conference, because they have the tiebreaker over the Los Angeles Rams, who are also 8-1. But yeah, very good win by the New Orleans Saints, keeping up with the race for the number 1 overall seed in the NFC, and Drew Brees looking like the front runner for the MVP. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Thank you.